be strong.
Hey, we have made it. We are into week 4. Already have a game going on right now that the Jaguars are winning, I guess. I've been hoping for more out of Trevor Lawrence, but just hasn't been seem to be happening. Little frustrating there, but we'll see how it ends up going for sure. It's been enjoyable so far, but everybody has a ton of questions going on with Dorian Robinson, Thomason, Robinson, whatever, DTR, DRT. They're all the same to me. Really don't think it affects a whole lot the team, but we'll see how it goes. Hey, Polo's in already. So that in mind, welcome in. Not going too crazy over all the news that's happening, except for Watson being out. That's going to definitely hurt. Jimmy G being out. Down to relax. That's what that is. But yeah, a lot of people don't realize DTR, Dorian Thompson Robinson, is the actual player that's going to be coming in to replace Deshaun Watson. Him having that shoulder issue has thrown him out of the game. I think it somewhat affects the game. I don't think it's a major one, but we'll see how it ends up going because it will be a little bit of a change. I mean, he's clearly not the same guy. Ham and Dagger, lovely way to show up in the morning. This is a good question. I'm with the fact that Jimmy G's out. I'm a little more nervous. And Evans always struggles against Lattimore. So I think in PPR, I go Godwin here. Don't really love the matchup for either. I'd prefer a lot of other flexes over them. But it's what you got. Unfortunately, that's how we're going to have to roll with it. But let's see. Has anybody really moved? That's the bigger question. Shouldn't be that crazy, but we'll see. Need a super flex health. Oh, you're trying to go with it. I can't bring myself to do it. So I'd still go Pacheco here. I'm assuming it's going to be Aiden. That seems to be what everybody is leaning towards, but you never know. And that always makes you nervous. So I'd much rather roll out Pacheco for sure. It's just tough to really trust on this movement. Bosa's probably out. It looks like James is out for the Chargers, so that makes it a little more interesting. I'm curious to see how that ends up. But I do think hopefully we'll see if the defense actually shows up and causes some issues. It's tough. I don't love it. Soaring Eagle, how's it going? Do I trade Adams for Geno Smith? DeAndre, what? You're getting back Smith, Hopkins, Lockett, Evans, and Henry. Wow. You got Russ, CMC, Connor. Golly, that's a lot of. I think it really depends on your team. You do need a quarterback, but I still think Wilson can turn it around. Don't love Hopkins. That team isn't good enough. Like Lockett and Evans. I'm still nervous about Henry. Henry's going to have a great into the season if he can stay healthy. But right now, he's just really struggling, and Tajay Spears keeps eating into that workload. I probably wouldn't, but it, again, really depends on your team. And you should check out roster resolution. That will be a much easier way for you guys to figure that out. But I probably won't, just because I think you're mostly just getting a bunch of bench pieces there, and I just can't bring myself to do it for switching up quarterbacks. Welcome in, Ray. Let's see. Do you flex Ramondre with reports to seek? I've been talking about it all, well, I guess, in the background at least. Charbonnet snaps has been going up. This is a great matchup for him. So that's who I would be playing no matter what's going on. I didn't like Stevenson's reports and how he's been playing so far this year, and this doesn't help things. That's a tough matchup either way. So I'd much rather play Charbonnet versus the Giants. And then which defense? Saints, Bucks, Ravens. So Saints and Bucks are playing each other. Ravens are, yeah. I would probably go. I'm still not sure on how healthy Carr is. I think I'm going to roll out Saints there, but it's close with the Bucks. Ravens have too many injuries to make me even lean that way. So, Polo, let's see here. Mike Evans versus Saints, Collins versus the Steelers, half PPR. Man, with the fact that Baker continues to target Evans, I don't think it's going to matter a whole lot. I think his amount's still going to be there, and I think he ends up finding the end zone. So I'm still going to lean Evans on out of those two for sure. So hopefully that helps. Stefan Ramos. Let's see. Half PPR. Ford, Pierce, Herbert, Cooks, Kelly. I'm gonna roll out Ford there. It's close with Herbert because of the matchup being so good, but I do think even with Watson being out, Ford will see some dump offs. He will still be used a lot and is more likely to score. Herbert's close because he should lead that backfield and it's a better matchup, but I lean Ford there. Marcus, welcome back. PPR. Harris, Myers, Roshan, Brown, Warren. PPR makes me want to lean wide receiver. It's close with Brown. It's probably Brown, but I'm really close with Harris in the matchup. So I go Brown because he's a wide receiver and PPR. That's kind of what boosts him up, and he is pretty much the only guy there. I'm a little nervous because he's always injured, but it has to be Brown for me there, Marcus. Brian Bean, let's see. Welcome back. Puka, Godwin, Ayuk, or Ford. It's still probably going to be Puka. It's close with Ford. Ayuk's out of it, man. Those AC sprains aren't ideal, and it's on both shoulders. So him having to reach up, and with Debo potentially playing, I'm still going to roll out Puka to be safe. Dude just sees so much volume, it's hard not to play him. Hammondegger back again. Russ, Judy stack pays off today. I think so. I'm really hoping that Judy is finally back to full health. He saw a lot more snaps last week. It just wasn't super ideal. But this matchup is so juicy, it's hard not to hope for it and go for the best with that stack for sure. I really like it. And there's the free promo. Yeah, it's just how it goes. If you haven't already joined the Discord, it also helps. It's a good time in there. Hey, Nightmare's back. Probably. It depends on your other options. I still think Devontae is going to see probably, I'm going to say 40% of the targets. So that normally should be just fine. And the fact that the Chargers defense is just so beat up, it's pretty easy for me to move off of Adams, but I can't bring myself to do it. Tyler's here. Let's see. Tyler Jones, one wide receiver, one flex. Collins, Sutton, Madison, Hopkins. Ooh. I'm curious if this is PPR or not, because it kind of changes things, but I think I'm going to go with Sutton and Collins. If it is, just because of the big playability on those two and the matchups, if you want to play it a little safer, I'd probably go Madison over Collins, just because he's guaranteed and that the touches are there for sure. Trent, welcome in. Brian Robinson or Addison? It's going to be Addison. I like Robinson, but the matchup isn't ideal. And even when they were losing, he still managed to score last week. I'm just nervous that won't happen this week. So I'm moving Addison there. Ruben, welcome in. Oh, man, this is a tough one. He asked Richardson or Geno. I'm probably going to go Richardson just because of the rushings there. Geno, I'm more nervous of them getting up quickly and then just being able to run it out. That's part of the reason I like Charbonnet so much this week, especially. So hopefully that helps, Ruben. Is Justice Hill a sleeper? If I liked Baltimore running backs, yes. The only one I was okay with was JK because you saw both sides or all of the work pretty much in how he was used. Hill is more of a TD and pass catcher, so that makes me a little nervous on him. But I'm fine. Not this week. I can't I can't bring myself to play Hill this week. That Browns defense is really tough. So Marcus again. PPR. Palmer, Myers, or Sanders. Oh man. If Sanders was healthy, he's a clear and obvious choice above these two right now, especially with Jimmy G out. But I think after that, I'm probably gonna have to go with Palmer. Sanders matchup is so good. It's really tough. I think I'm going to lean Palmer there. Happy to help, Ruben. Josie, welcome in. Zeke Pacheco. Oh my gosh. I just am so nervous about that matchup that I'm going to roll out Pacheco. I know it's a revenge game, but I can't bring myself to do it. So I'd go with the full volume that Pacheco gets, even if it's not as much as you are hoping for. Polo, let's see. Hall versus Chiefs, Collins versus Steelers. It's still going to be Collins. Until they really unleash Hall and allow him to get 70+% of the carries. Also, Chiefs have been really good against pretty much everybody this year. Really solid defense around. You're hoping for garbage time, which there should be a lot of, but we will see. I still prefer Collins, though. Play it safe. Welcome in, Damian. Should I drop Gainwell and pick up Breida? Because you have Barkley, yes. I don't think a whole lot of people are going to be trusting that Gainwell gets the job back, but he did see decent usage, and they did say they were going to play the hot hand. So after Barkley comes back, I'm dropping Breida. But until then, you kind of have to roll with him. So, yeah. Nightmare's back. Let's see. Half PPR. Ooh, switched it up on me. Golly, that makes it a little tougher. I think I'm going to go with Addison. He has a big play guy. I like Dell, but that's him and Puka are both more volume. Dell can break one away, so that's an interesting one, but I don't like the matchup as much as I do for Addison. So I'm going to roll out Addison there. All right, Nibs, let's see. Need 2. Sutton, Hopkins, Wilson, Cooper. It's going to be Cooper and full PPR. I'm going to go. So you also have Dell, so I'm going to end up rolling out Cooper and Dell just because of volume. I think Dorian actually will still use Cooper a lot. He is clearly the wide receiver 1 on that team. And so I'm going to lean him and Dell as in PPR. I think they just have the volume that really makes them valuable. So hopefully that helps, Nibs. Sanders, Ayuk, or punt the problem and just yes, I am punting and going with Addison. I hate the fact that Sanders' groin popped up. It's just something that can so easily, he'll step on it wrong and end up being hurt. Ayuk not being able to put his hands over his head makes me a little nervous. I think that it's probably another week out for Ayuk to be fully back, but they do need bodies out there. So that's probably why him and Debo are going to be playing, and just kind of hope that Debo gets the work he should. Ruben, Kelly, or H. Chon. Let's see. I'm going to go with Achon. Kelly's just been so bad, and Herbert isn't passing to him. That's the only thing that you were really banking on, was he was going to see the passing work, and that's not happening. Everett actually gets a boost up this week with Williams out. He should see some more work, as well as Palmer. But I'm going to go with Achon for sure. Future thought here, assuming Zeke turns back the clock. Drop Pitts for Zeke just to stash him. I mean, at this point, yes, I'm tired of having to deal with Pitts. I can't. It's tough, man, being a Pitts owner. So I understand the values there, but as we've I believe in tight ends. You have Laporta; he's going to be a steady player, so you're fine there. So I'm fine doing that. I'd prefer to drop somebody else. So it kind of depends there. But yeah, I'm fine making that drop if you must. Jacob, welcome in. Start Dak or go Pickett or Stafford. Oh, you probably have to go Dak. That game's going to be tough. If you're hoping for more up, Dak's going to be safe. I think he's going to get above 15 fantasy points. If you're chasing more upside, I'm probably going to roll out Stafford just because he throws so much. The opportunity should still be there. So hopefully that helps. Ray back. All right. You like Pierce better than Ramondre Stevenson? Yeah. Just because it's been a tough road for Stevenson so far this year. And Pierce is more likely to find the end zone, especially with Zeke allegedly getting more touches. So hopefully that helps. No problem, Ray. Always a blast. Glad that you've made it over from FLA. I know it's hard to get out of there sometimes, but it's also a mess. Last one. I'll believe it when I see it, Ruben. Okay. Your safe place, Thomas, but I'm going to roll out Davis here. The upside is in this game is just incredible to me. Buffalo is really hurting on defense. Miami isn't great at defense, and I think it's just going to be another high scoring. The last time they played, it was 34-31. So with that kind of hope, I think Davis can easily find the end zone and make it more enjoyable that way. Should be a fun game to watch. Just wish everybody was healthy. So hopefully that helps, Ruben. Probably. Ham and Dagger. Mims exceed projections today. I do expect him to. Again, it's an easy matchup. The only thing that's really going to end up hurting him is the fact that they might not have to throw a lot. Makes me a little nervous, but it's definitely a good option in my opinion. I think they have all the potential to just blow him out, and he really only needs one to take it to the house and score. So Moss, Mixon, Mostert, PPR, man. I've been fighting with the Moss and Mostert thing all week. I think I'm going to go Moss. It's just so close between the two. The fact that he gets all the work is the only reason I'm leaning that way. And if Mixon wasn't going up against the Brown or a tough run defense, why do I keep wanting to say the Browns for him? I know that that's not his matchup whatsoever, but yeah, I still think I'm going to go with Moss there. I have, let's see, he's playing Tennessee. Tennessee's been good against the run. That's part of the issue. But yeah, I have Moss at 10 and Mostert at 11 in my RB rankings currently. So, and then Mixon's down at 19 just because that matchup is tough and he needs more work. So, well, yeah, that healthy scratch makes me not too surprised, unfortunately. Yeah, that trade wasn't the best. But you know, they look like they needed somebody. Yeah, I can't bring myself to do that either. I'm more likely to head that way just because Hall right now is being less work, but Pitts has been more of a liability to you than Hall has. We knew that Hall was going to take some time with him coming off an injury, and we were hoping that he would have a good quarterback, and that could still happen. Who actually knows? But with that in mind, it's kind of based on, yeah, I still think Pitts is the less valuable of the two. Running back you need at this point. Oh my God. Jagmo and Denoa. Hopefully I just didn't absolutely destroy that. Flex, Pacheco, Williams, Herbert, or White. I am going to go with Taff. I think I'm going to go with White there. It's close. I think it's really actually a toss-up between the last three. I have them all ranked pretty similarly, but I think I'm going to go White with Baker and potentially Evans struggling some with the tougher matchup. So that's how I'll lean. Damian, Wilson, Gabe Davis, or Dell. Pick one. It's Dell for me. He's just such a safe play for you. If you're looking for upside, I'm fine rolling out Davis because this could be the game that he ends up his big old 3 touchdown game. Always makes it more fun for sure. So it's really tough there. But I would go Dell to be safe. Matthew, welcome in. Flex Palmer or Tutu Atwell. It's PPR. Just because we haven't seen it fully yet, I'm going to roll out Tutu. He has been just so quietly consistent for that team that's who I'm looking at. I think the upside's there, and so I'm rolling him out. Hamdager back again. Keaton Mitchell hype brewing. Yeah. No, mostly because, like I said, I don't trust the Ravens. I love the talent. I watched him because he played at ECU. Has spurts for sure. He's that big play guy. He reminds me a lot of J.K. Dillon, but with the fact that they normally don't throw somebody in like that, it's likely going to be Hill and Edwards the rest of the season. And you don't want that. So with that in mind, I'm probably gonna just not worry about it. I'll keep an eye on it. But until they actually start showing clips and really pumping him up and playing him, I'm not bringing myself to do it. That's on you. I think there is. It's the same person. AJ Dillon and J.K. Dobbins are the same person to me. That's not true. Dobbins is a little bit better. Per usual, he's healthy. The fact that Travis is getting all this hype with and the pressure from Taylor Swift, I'm a little nervous. I expect him to have some more usage this week. I'm guessing 4 or 5 targets this week and 30 yards. So not too shabby. Mike, welcome in. It's probably Smith. It's hard to sit him. I know last week was tough for you, but if you're worried about it, I'd play Atwell first. He's been more consistent. I still want to see it from Judy. So just kind of how it goes. Matthew, half tank on the bench. Atwell over him. And Atwell is only getting a boost up in half and standard because of his big playability. That's what really boosts him above tank for me. In PPR, it's still tank. The fact that he is seeing that usage is really just made him a valuable player. And I'm more willing to play him in that kind of situation. So it really depends on format there, Matt. Daniel, welcome in. Pick 2, Pierce, Connor, Stevenson. It's going to be Connor and Pierce. I'm nervous for Stevenson. Don't love the touches. The news coming out doesn't help things. So I'm definitely staying away from that for sure. I can't bring myself to do it. Even with Pierce not being good. I'm hoping he finds the end zone. That's what really is going to save your day. Oh my gosh. George, I'm sorry. This is clearly a very deep league or a dynasty of some sort. I'm going to go with DTR because he actually had to beat somebody out to be the backup on the Browns. And I'm nervous that O'Connell's still it's very iffy for me. I know the DTR is going to be the one that they actually want to use for the Browns, so I'm going to trust that more. So sorry, George, that sucks, man. X cooking you, that's for sure. All right, Elijah Moore or Johnson PPR. I'm going to go with Moore. Like I said, I think Herbert still has control of that backfield, and with the fact that DTR is going to be there, that short area option is going to be Moore and Njoku. I think both of them get a tick up this week, just because he's going to find whatever's closest and throw to it. Ayuk, Nakua, or Evans. PPR is going to be Puka. Outside of that, I'm going to go Evans because I think he's more like the most likely to score out of this bunch. Hopefully that helps, Ball. So it really depends on scoring there. Woo! Already 30 minutes out. That's crazy. Let's see. Are there any big movers on my list? So Kamar actually jumped up quite a bit today. Jake Ferguson or Ertz. Depends on scoring. PPR, it's Ertz. Standard, it's Ferguson. PPR is just Ertz is seeing so much volume, it's hard to sit him. But Ferguson has the red zone man. No problem, Matt. Glad to. Yeah, make sure you like and subscribe. I'll be here. You can find it YouTube, Twitch. I think we're on Facebook too, which is weird, but happy you made it here. Hamdager back again. Start to Garrett, Godwin, Judy, Jacoby. Oh man. That's tough this week. I'm going to go with Judy for sure. And then I'm going to go with Wilson and just hope he breaks one free and scores. They don't really have a whole lot of passing options I trust there. So have to believe in the talent, unfortunately. Hate that for you. I think Higgins bounces back this week, but I get it. With it being, I still think I have to roll. I still think I roll out Higgins. If you're gonna play, it's PPR. All right, if you're going to do that, I'm fine playing Evans as a flex. But if you're nervous about the matchup, since he has been historically dominated by Lattimore, I'm fine rolling out Ford. I think the whole options there, it's PPR, so that helps. So I'd go Higgins and Ford probably if you're worried about it. Russell Wilson and Lamar Jackson. It's Jackson because of the rushing floor. Everybody has Wilson high. I completely understand it's an easy matchup, but I still have to see it, even if it is the Bears. I'm just nervous on it, man. That's my big deal. The rushing really helps Jackson, and the fact that they don't have a rushing game, even against the Browns, who are kind of beat up. I think that this is really just going to be an ugly game, and I think the rushing will boost up Lamar. So hopefully that helps, Victor. Ho ho ho. Let's see. Any other big movers for me? Oh yeah, I guess once he's out, so I'll move him up. He's down. Carr is active. Wow. Was not expecting that. Man. Bill back again. Hopkins hurt more. Golly, Bill. This is the borderline question for sure. I think I would roll out Hopkins as the only like real target there. I think he sees enough of the work that he's a valuable piece, and got to see what Dorian does first to make me want to trust more. I do think he does get a boost up, but I'm not quite sure how much that's going to help. Yeah, that's just so weird, man. All right, Rumple for oh my gosh, love the name Rumple. Start Burrow, Stafford, or Geno this week. It's Burrow for me. It's as I kind of touched on earlier, I think Smith is way up. Yep, Rumple absolutely understands the show. It's Burrow for me. The fact that he had full practice this week is a big boost, in my opinion. It's about the timeline that I expected him to recover, even with a slight setback last week. I think, and then it's close with Geno. Geno is the next closest option just because of the fact that should be an easy matchup. They should be able to do whatever they want in it. And so definitely a boost there. I still think I go Burrow. Yeah, he's back. I mean, you have to hope for the best here and go with it. So, Paul, welcome in. Sutton or Ayuk? Oh man, I'm going to go Sutton. Like I said, I'm nervous with Ayuk just because of the injuries. Had that not been the case, if I knew he was fully healthy, I'd be all over it. But the AC is not something I play with when it comes to pass catchers. If he's running back, great. If they start to use him in the Debo role, definitely a boost up for him. So running out Sutton again in a much easier matchup. Drop Dell or Addison for Zeke. Oh my gosh. Yeah, still can't do that. There's just Dell has been seeing the past 2 weeks. I've seen 10 plus targets. Like it's so tough to get away from somebody who's dominating targets like that. And he's the one that Stroud actually wanted on his team. So that makes it so tough. I can't drop him either. Start to Lockett, Sutton, Ayuk. Yep, it's gonna be Lockett and Sutton. His matchup is so good, man. It's ridiculous. I love Lockett. You should just be able to. Again, issues that I'm worried about it. Thanks, Rumple. Glad you made it. Love the fact that always love to see people who are coming over from Twitch. That's a big boost. Do I put no? I didn't like the running matchup for the Patriots anyway, and so I'm still rolling out Collins there. Big physical wide receiver against the Steelers. I think he has a lot of opportunities today. Mark Andrews or Tyler Lockett for the flex. It's half P. If it was full, I'd go Andrews, but since it's half, I'm going lean Lockett there. I currently have Lockett as my wide receiver 19. I know. I know you want to get ahead of it. I just can't, man. I wish I could. I can't bring myself to do it. Should I drop Mims for the bank to get Bengals D for Bills D this week? You probably have to. I'd prefer a different D overall than the Bengals, but yeah, that's tough. Man, you probably have to, unfortunately. Josh, welcome in. Godwin or Pickens? Pickens, and it's not particularly close for me. Tough matchup for Godwin. I know that Evans, he should see more with Evans being covered, but Baker really hasn't shown the affinity to him. So I'm going to go with the guy that I know is going to see all the targets that he wants, and Pickens there. I said a different. Oh, I hate you so much. A different D. Does he play before week 9? Man, I don't. The fact that I've only seen him working out and not being in motion makes me more nervous. I'm gonna say yes, just because that's still 4 weeks. So I'm going to lean yes. Don't love it, but yeah, I hate that they're even having to mess with this. Bradley, welcome, and need to Ford, Kelly, Pierce, White. It's going to be Ford and White for me. It mostly matchups, so it'll be interesting to see how it goes. Wish I trusted Pierce more. I wish they'd throw to him. Kelly's been trash, and they don't throw to him either. So Eric Henderson. Let's see. Sutton, Dell, 2-2 PPR. Man, this is tough. It's probably Dell just because of volume, but 2-2 and Sutton have both been playing very well. Great matchups. I just hate the matchup for the Broncos. I think it's too easy, and I can see them getting out and running it, which makes 2-2 closer to Dell for me. But I have Dell at wide receiver 17 this week, so I'm going to roll him out first. Nick, welcome in. Sutton, Lockett, or Thielen, PPR. We're going to roll out. Man, there's such similar situations. Thielen should be just dominant. I prefer it so much more. Andy Dalton was a QB, but man, it's also just so tough to sit Lockett. I think it depends on what you're looking for. Your safe floor is going to be Lockett. If you're chasing the upside in PPR, it's probably Thielen. I just can't bring myself to do it. I'm nervous with Bryce. I wish I would just have sat him another week and play Dalton again, but oh well. All right, Bradley. Let's see. Need to PPR Ford, Kelly, White. It's going to be Ford and White for me. Like I said, they're not passing. They aren't passing to the running backs. They teased us. Kelly isn't being used in the passing game, and neither is Pierce. It's extremely frustrating. Welcome in, Sarah. All right, start 2. Madison, Moss, Pacheco, or Achon. It's going to be Moss and Madison for me. I got to see it again from Achon. And the matchup is there. He should be able to explode out of it. I'm just so nervous on it. And Pacheco, Jets are a good defense. That's the only thing keeping him back. Is if they had a worse defense that they were going up against, and Pacheco is seeing a majority of the work, I'd be much better off there. But I think it's Moss and Madison for me, Sarah. Hopefully that helps. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Standard pick 3. Kelly, Kamara, Mixon, Moss. I'm going to sit Kelly. Make it easy for you. Absolutely terrifies me. So. No problem, Eric. Happy to help. Always the goal. Golly, I just can't find. Tough. G5 radio. Start Mixon or Kamara. I'm going to go Kamara based on the matchup. I understand that he's just coming back, but can't do much without it. I think there's a lot of hope there. So I'm rolling out Kamara. Love the fact that he should see all the work, in my opinion. And a slightly better matchup than Mixon will have. And I think with Burrow back and healthy, they're going to pass this ball a lot today. Burrow has moved up quite a bit for me. Russ or Danny Dimes. Until I see something from Jones, I'm going to play Russell here. No, we haven't seen a whole lot out of him either, but still have him ranked higher. So I can't bring myself to trust Mr. Danny Dimes, Daniel Jones. Can't bring myself to do it as much as I want to. Yeah, of course. Per usual, yeah. Love that Neil's still giving the show that Polo wants. Just horrible. I have DTR over Daniel Jones. That shows you how much I believe in Danny Dimes today. Rough. That is for sure. I actually have to lower my defenses too now. Ravens are going to have to drop with the injuries. Going to have to drop the Browns a little bit with the fact that Watson's not playing. Too many. 20 minutes out. Golly. We are already to that point. Dingo 77. Drop Elijah Moore. Yeah, sure. Rashi's been quietly the leader for that team in targets. Definitely sneaking up there. So, and he's still not seeing enough snaps, in my opinion, but we'll see how that goes. So I'd play Rice. Hopefully that helps, Dingo. Polo's back again. Start one. Half EPR. Puka, Wilson, or Collins. Man. It's so tough. It's probably Puka, but man, it's close with Collins. Collins is just that big play ability. Puka is more catch and stop at this point. He had a couple big ones, but that matchup with the Colts, I'm assuming he's going to struggle a little bit with. But volume should be there, so I'm going to lean Puka. Hate that. Welcome in, Pat. Henry, A-Chain, Pollard, Robinson. Not sure which Robinson that is. Well, I guess Bichon's already playing. Man. Probably going to sit Achon. I'm really hoping Henry's healthy. Could easily run and be just a beast today. Makes me nervous. If you're worried about it too, you can sit Henry. But that's my big thing is if he is healthy, it's hard to sit him in a matchup that they have nobody to throw to. Burks is out. They're going to have to throw it to Hopkins. They haven't been doing that. So it's going to be Henry and Spears all day. So PA, welcome in. Richardson or Cousins? I currently have Cousins ranked higher. Dude's QB2 on the year. I like Richardson. He's probably a safer play, probably just because of the rushing floor. The fact that he had 17 fantasy points in the first half last week makes him a big potential play, but he's just not a great passer, which hurts him. And Cousins is. So, and that again, it's a good matchup. I'm just so nervous that they end up not having to do a whole lot versus the Panthers. So hopefully that helps, PA. Justin Webb, Amari Cooper, or Palmer. It's going to be, golly, Cooper. I still think he's going to be the guy, even with Watson out. I think that Cooper is still going to see the usage. Palmer's going to be splitting a lot, unfortunately, with Everett. Will be my guess, and that'll drop even more with Eckler coming back. But Allen is clearly, I have Allen as the wide receiver 1 on this week. No surprise there, I'm sure. But I'm also expecting them to just kind of try and figure out what QJ is as well, Quentin Johnston as well. So he's another interesting flex play for you. Yeah, it's definitely not ideal. BTFU, love the logo and everything. That's awesome. All right. Choose one to start. Davis, Dotson, Johnson. It's going to be Davis for me, and it's not particularly close. Johnson isn't seeing enough of the snaps, and Dotson is seeing plenty, but the fact that Hal can't get it to him makes me absolutely terrified. So until I start seeing more out of those two players, I'm going to roll out Davis, especially in a game that should be higher scoring. So the opportunities should absolutely be there for him. So hopefully that helps. Hamdagger back in. Do Titans clean out? Man, that would be in the background, we've been talking about this. That would be their best bet. Don't know who he would really go to that would want that. His best opportunity would probably be in Baltimore. If I'm being honest, that'd be a great landing spot for him. I would hope so. They aren't using him. I don't know about Tannehill. I doubt that happens just because they don't have anything. And if they're going to lose, they need to lose now. Jonathan, welcome in. Tua Fields. It's going to be Tua. All his weapons are back and healthy. Fields has the opportunity, but until I see it, I'm not trusting the Bears. I could easily have Fields rushing for 100 yards today and making me look completely stupid, but much rather go with the guy I know can pass and has some elite pass catchers on his team. So here, Sayed, welcome. Thielen or Mixon? Man, it's going to be Thielen. Mingo's out with Young back. I think he's still going to be his best target, him and Hurst. But I just hate the matchup for Mixon. It's the only thing holding him back. If it was standard, I'd probably go Mixon because I think he's more likely to score. But still going to lean Thielen there. Anytime, BTFU. Make sure you like, subscribe. Be great. Bill D, yo, welcome in. Pacheco, Achan, Ayuk, Pittman. Pittman for sure. And then you need a running back, and that's where it gets messy. It depends what you need. Pacheco's probably going to be your safer option, but the Bills have this run funnel that they like to use, which allows running backs to get a few yards. And if you can actually get past their line and break away, you have as much opportunity as anybody else. And Achan's speed is kind of making me want to lean that way. So if you want to play it safe, it's Pacheco. Otherwise, it's Achan. Brandon Grossman, welcome in. It's Herbert. Yeah, I understand. Herbert's still leading the team in snaps, though. So I'm going to go that way until Johnson's the one who is more 2-minute drills and speed up. But Herbert is still leading the team in snaps and touches. So going to lean that way. Going to be tired of it. Kaj the Hunter, welcome in. Tank Dell or Garrett Wilson? It's going to be Dell for me. God, it's so close, though. But it being half, it makes Wilson more enticing because of the fact that he should score. Dell's just more of a PPR guy. But still have to see it out of Zach. And this Kansas City D has been tough. You're really hoping for garbage time for Wilson. So hopefully that helps. And I love to see people on Twitch. The fact that you're coming from Twitch is just awesome. Oh, Ages Wonder, welcome back. Traded welcome back, Jose. Nice work. Just want to say I traded Cook, Jones. I'm going to say that's Granson for Purdy and Kincaid. I'm good with it. I like that. A lot of potential upside with Kincaid, but yeah, I don't like what the Jets are right now. Should I temper expectation for Olave today? If anything, I'm going to go the other way. I'm actually thinking he gets more usage this week. He has a good matchup. The fact that it's a different quarterback, or the fact that, well, I guess it is Carr now. I was really thinking that they were going to switch it over, but with Carr playing, it's going to be similar. I would just, you probably have to temper a little bit. I still have him at wide receiver 20. Is that right? No. I have him at wide receiver 14. So he dropped 2 spots today. So he was at wide receiver 12. He dropped to 14. Just because I'm not quite sure he's going to unleash it. Anytime, ageless. All right, Jonathan Rooney. Oh, yeah. And then in flex, Madison and Puka. If it's PPR, it's Puka. In standard, I'm probably rolling out Madison because I think this matchup's easy enough that he should be able to find some holes and do some work. And happy to, man. That's the whole point. That's literally the only reason I come here is to make it more fun for you guys and try and give you as much information as I can to help sort out your lineups. Matt Trav, 22. Welcome in. Should I start Kelly? No. Cook or Breida? It's probably going to be Breida. Kelly can't get more than 2 points because they're not using him in the passing game. They started to in the first game with Eckler and even part of game 2, and then they just forgot that he's a passing option. So until that changes, and then Dalvin Cook is a tough matchup. 10-minute warning. Don't love that for him. So no problem, Justin. Okay, let's see. It's Richardson. Still can't trust the Bears until I see it, I think. And the fact that Richardson put up 17 points and a half is the thing that I am most surprised about from Anthony is the fact that he has a completion rate of 63% after being a 50% completion guy. So if that trend continues and he stays at 63 to 66, he's going to be a heck of a quarterback. Nick O'Brien, Gainwell, Pierce, Herbert, or McKinnon. Need one. It's Herbert. Gainwell splitting. Pierce gets a workload, but isn't used in the passing game. And McKinnon is touchdown or bust. So, Kaj, back again. Another half PPR. Kittle or Wilson or Ford? It's going to be Ford and Kittle. The fact that both of the wide receivers for the 49ers are dealing with injuries. Debo with the ribs and Ayuk with the shoulders / yeah. Rage and Cajun. Golly, this is ugly. I'm probably gonna roll out Bryce and hope that he plays well. Carr's gonna be fine, but I think there's more upside with Bryce this week. The secondary is not good for Minnesota, and then Madison or Pollard. Probably gonna roll out Pollard just because he's such a big play waiting to happen, and they continue to feed him like he's a good running back in a Apollo performance therapy. Nice. Need one wide receiver and one flex. Wilson, Evans, or that's only 2. Of the 2, I'm playing Evans. Oh, thank you for the rest of it. Brian Robinson or Collins, Evans, and Wilson. So you need 2. I'm probably going to roll out. Oh my gosh. I'm probably going to still. It says PPR. Did I ask that as well? Let's see. No. So it doesn't give me that. If it's PPR, I'm going to go with Evans and Collins. Outside of that, I'm probably going to go Collins and Robinson. I do expect it is PPR. Okay, so go with your wide receivers and Evans and Collins there. So that'll help. But Robinson, I do expect to score, but this is a team that is very dysfunctional. So he should be okay, just not what you want. X cooking you. All right, Judy or Cooper. That's tough now with DTR being the guy. I'm going to hope that Judy comes back because the matchup is just so good. I think there's a lot of upside potential there. Francisco Diaz, welcome. Pierce or Johnson? I'll believe it when I see it. So at this point, I'm going to still roll out Pierce. Herbert's the one who's been touching the ball more, unfortunately. Lauren, welcome in. Keeping Cooper with watching out to swap. Depends on where if this is PPR, I'm still rolling with Cooper. If it's half or less, I'm going to go with Collins. So depends on what the scoring format is there for you, Lauren. Joseph, welcome in. Let's see. 2-2 Dell Pickens. It's Pickens for me. Too much upside there. Clearly the guy. G5 Radio. Hopkins or Lockett? It's Lockett. Not Hopkins in it. They don't throw enough. It's been rough. Rooney, last 2 questions. I'll believe it when I see it. Love giving, helping you out. Let's see. Lamar Richardson. It's going to be Richardson for me. Then Moss or Puka, PPR. It's Puka because it's PPR. Dude sees so many targets. It's hard not to. He's just eating it up. Dell or Palmer, PPR. Well, either way, it's probably going to be Dell. I have Dell ranked very high. Palmer's still splitting. So hopefully that helps, Nick. Well, that means that he might actually make it to 50%. Or they actually think that they're going to win. And so it'll be interesting to see how that works out. So, all right. If you haven't already, like and subscribe. And if you want, $3 a month is all it costs to join our Discord. And you can bother me all you want and get full breakdowns. Anything you want to ask, I'm more available there. I'm not as limited as I am in the FLA apps. So definitely helps with that kind of additional stuff. And we actually have a full team that will help you in the Discord. FLA, it's really just me. Which call this week is your toughest to make on your teams today? Well, it was already kind of happened. So with that in mind, like I've been fighting with whether or not to play Olave or Judy is the biggest one for me. I sat Dobbs and I sat Montgomery because I was too busy answering questions here to actually set my lineup. So that's kind of where I'm at. Manuel Garcia, welcome in. Javonte Williams, Brees Hall, Achon. It's going to be Williams just because I think he has the safest play, easiest matchup. If you're chasing the upside or need the upside, it's Achon. Like I said, Bills are great if at the line, but if you get past that, it's a big play away. Achon can do that. That's part of the reason he's set up so nicely. So hopefully that helps. All right. Broncos or Ravens? Ugh. Probably in Broncos there. Ravens just have so many injuries. Makes it tough. Oh, time to go? All right. Oh, Michael Grossman at the buzzer. DK, Mostert, or Moss. Need an RB and flex. Going to roll out Moss and DK. Hard to sit DK. He's just such a massive mountain of a man. So, gets you a lot of upside. So, that in mind, if you haven't already, like, subscribe, join our Discord. $3 a month is all it costs. Otherwise, hey, guys, thank you so much for making this fun time. Waste my time ahead of the games, and I hope you enjoy them all. Hope this helps. Oh, hi, May 333. Brown or Williams? Golly, really depends on what you're chasing here. Brown is definitely the upside play, but I'm playing it safe. I think Williams actually scores this week, and we'll see an increase in his workload. So I'm going to go with Javonte there. But outside of that, I guess we're going to get out of here. And hey, thanks so much for coming in. Remember, keep up the nonsense.